Let's take a walk on the beautiful campus of Oglethorpe University while I talk with you all about 5 signs of a toxic boss. You know, your boss doesn't have to scream at you to be toxic. Sometimes the signs are subtle, and by the time you realize what's happening, your job and your peace are already on the line. So let's talk about the red flags of a toxic boss, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself while staying professional. But before I get into it, please, if you like my content, hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, I'll ask that you please do so, because doing so helps me to continue bringing content like this, which I really enjoy doing. So let's get into it. Here are 5 signs of a toxic boss. Now, obviously there are others, but these are 5 of the major signs. Number 1, micromanagement. If you ever feel like you're being watched every second, let me tell you, that's not leadership, that's control. A boss who can't trust their employees is sending a clear message. They don't respect your confidence. But here's the things, what I believe. Micromanagers don't trust you because they don't trust themselves. It's not about high standards. It's really about their low confidence. They don't trust you to do the job because deep down, they don't believe they could do it either. So that's, very key to micromanagement. Number 2, blame shifting. If something goes wrong, it's always your fault. If something goes right, it's always their credit. That's a toxic cycle, and it drains morale really fast. I will never understand leaders who don't accept responsibility. If the team that they are managing is not performing well, that's on them. They have to stand up and take the blame for that. They get the praise, but you know what? You have to get the blame too. And so toxic managers don't understand that concept. They shift blame. And then there's number 3, good old-fashioned favoritism. Some employees can stroll in late, miss deadlines, and still get praise, while others get nitpicked for breathing wrong. Unequal treatment is a breeding ground for resentment and retaliation. And some toxic bosses really like this. They really enjoy pitting employees against each other. That's really, really bad management. And number 4 is gaslighting. Have you ever been told, I never said that, when good and well they did? Gaslighting bosses deny facts, twist words, and make you second guess yourself. That's psychological warfare. They don't like putting things in writing because then you have a paper trail. You have something that you can hold them to. So gaslighting is a big thing with them, making you doubt your own sanity. And number 5 is retaliation. You file a complaint or speak up about unfair treatment, and suddenly you're written up, excluded, or put on a performance plan. Now, that's not a coincidence. That's what we call retaliation. And I see this in so many cases. And then they are not above creating a paper trail that you've never seen. What they're trying to do is to make a case that your treatment, whatever they've done, putting you on the PIP or writing you up or whatever they're doing to you, whatever adverse action they're taking against you, they love to try to show that the action was already in the works long before anything happened. So they'll go back, create a file that you've never seen with these written counselings and write-ups that you know nothing about, never heard of, you get in litigation and you're seeing it for the first time and you're like, what in the world did this come from? Because they're trying to cover their tracks. So this is what toxic bosses do. They always try to create a paper trail to prove the action was already in play, and they don't have a problem with backdated memos. That bad behavior is simply not beneath toxic bosses. So let's talk about how you protect yourself professionally. And here's where a lot of employees make mistakes. They react emotionally, but you need strategy. Document everything. Dates, times, emails, texts. Keep a paper trail. Toxic bosses thrive in the shadows, but documentation shines a light. Number 2, stay professional. They want you to slip up, lose your cool, and give them ammunition. Don't do it. Keep responses factual and measured. Think courtroom and not cafeteria drama. Number 3, set boundaries. Ask for clarity. Confirm deadlines in writing. Protect your energy by not oversharing personal details that they can and will use against you later on. Build allies. Find coworkers and leaders who see the same behavior. And by the way, make sure you get their number and keep it if you ever leave and need them to testify for you. Allies make it harder for a toxic boss to isolate and target you. And make sure you know your rights. If you're facing harassment, discrimination, or retaliation that crosses into legal territory, learn the EEOC process and your company's policies before you need them. Don't wait until the last minute. And finally, plan your exit strategy. Sometimes the best defense is walking away with your professionalism intact. Quietly update your resume, start networking, and create options for yourself. Toxic bosses are everywhere, but you don't have to let them destroy your career or your peace. Protect yourself with documentation, professionalism, and strategy. And remember, jobs are temporary, but your reputation and your sanity are permanent. Toxic bosses will wear you down and then wonder why no one sticks around. This is so common. But anyway, you don't have to be a part of that. You can protect yourself just by being aware of the signs of a toxic boss and taking these steps to make sure that you're okay, regardless, because unfortunately you can't prevent it from happening. All you can do is control how you respond to it. See you next shift.